Every week, the Payne family cuts straight to the real financial story.
The one question, Bob, everyone's asking is, are we in an artificial intelligence bubble? You've been through boom and bust. What do you think?
No hype, no myths. Just what actually matters to your money.
Does feel very similar to what we experienced in the 90s. Where are we, though? Are we in 1995, 1997, 1999?
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Is there any sport that you just look at and you're saying, what is that, like cricket? You ever look at cricket sports, they go crazy and you're wondering, what am I missing here? In Clifton, there's they used to have it during the summer, these beautiful, just a little school, but this one field, they would come on the weekends, and Indian folks, and they had their food, and it was great, and they had beautiful silks on. And I watched, I thought, I don't know what they're doing. But the love they felt was like nothing you could imagine. And I've heard people say, they've talked about Mickey Mantle. Mickey Mantle. They talk about it with such reverence. Mickey Mantle, Babe Ruth. Now, Babe Ruth, I thought, was a real hero because, first of all, he had VD more than anyone, maybe on the face of this earth. He was an absolute, for all practical purposes, an alcoholic. He could not run. Remember how he ran around he had a dead ball. Speaking of dead balls, how you doing, Yuri? Anyway, they had a dead, no cork. I don't know what this thing was. He had a club. It wasn't a bat. It was like a Fred Flintstone club. And in the old days before night games, the men from the opposing teams, because they wore suits and jackets, they would take their jackets off deliberately so that he has this white background with this dead. The only reason he saw it was because it was dirty. And there were some ballparks where they wouldn't mow the grass. So that you got to drop a fly ball to center. Where the hell is it? You had Ty Cobb, one of them. By the way, he wasn't a racist like people say, but he was. They called it Cobb's Pond. He would water. They would water the area right in front of home plate. So he would bunt. It would get stuck. One guy would build up the third base line with lime. The cheating. My favorite, I had the best time. One of my best buddies was Bert Sugar. Bert Randolph Sugar, the boxing impresario or commentator with the hat and the cigar. And he told me they're great baseball stories about how they played then and the way how incredible. Sandy Koufax played the whole there's no Mariano Rivera, a closer. No, it was him. Nolan Ryan was a freak. He had a rotator cuff. Did you ever hear Nolan Ryan speak? If it wasn't for baseball, he'd be robbing liquor stores. Both talk about my thing there. They throw the perk there down to Cleveland. I throw that there. Are you okay? Did you know that Lou Gehrig might not have had Lou Gehrig's disease? Because they say he was hit so many times in the head by balls. There's a joke there somewhere. That it might not have been ALS, but it might have been the result of years and years of concussions. So imagine this. And it's not funny. I got bad news for you. Number one, you've got this. But number two, we're not going to name the disease after you anymore. I don't want a disease. Two things. Lou Gehrig. Ooh. Matt Blaze disease. What is that? I don't know. You don't want to hear about this. It's like priapism without recourse. But they also had another thing too, Betty Ford. No matter what that woman ever does, alcoholism, rehabilitation, and that sort of thing. So there's all these wonderful stories about these people and what they did. Ted Williams went into the military twice. He'd be batting .600. He was a monster for the Marines. I mean, he's just Jimmy Stewart. Well, he was an actor, but still, so the stories. I like the stories about the baseball players more than baseball itself. Because today, we just don't. Who? Cal Ripken? There were no steroids then. Hank Aaron? I remember I was in high school when he broke the record. All right, that's my sports commentary.
Every week, the Payne family cuts straight to the real financial story.
The one question, Bob, everyone's asking is, are we in an artificial intelligence bubble? You've been through boom and bust. What do you think?
No hype, no myths. Just what actually matters to your money.
Does feel very similar to what we experienced in the 90s. Where are we, though? Are we in 1995, 1997, 1999?
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.